If you want to become the best in anything you literally want in the eyes of Google, you need to follow this process. This is how I became the best German link building freelancer. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I used this tactic for myself, but also for my clients with 100% success rate this far. So it works right now. I don't know for how long, because SEOs are using it left and right. So this is how it works. You can see that this is a featured snippet on openpr.com. What I did is I used the press release syndication platform, targeting the keyword best link building freelancer in German. And if we scroll up, you see it is only sponsored posts and then this featured snippet above all the other organic results. Interestingly, before I distributed this article, I had a similar result to this one, where when I Googled best German SEO freelancer, it came the answer, there is no single best German SEO freelancer. The same came out, or a similar response to best German link building freelancer. So I completely pushed this AI overview aside and replaced it with something like this. As I mentioned, I targeted a lot of keywords right now for my clients, and it worked 100%. I'm not sure yet how long those results are going to last, but right now it works. Let's dive into the actual process. I use AB Newswire as a platform to syndicate my press release. What is press release syndication? It is taking your press release to a media outlet and they distribute it across their network. For AB Newswire, it's 300 or 400 media outlets related to your categories niches. If you order a single distribution, it costs you $80. But if you buy it in bulk for an annual subscription of $500, it can get as little as $6 per press release. So being featured as the best German link building freelancer cost me $6 if I fully use that subscription. Another service I often use is Ion Presswire. As a German, I'm not sure, I would say Ein Presswire. They're a little bit more pricey, especially on the single order and on the higher tiers. When I bought them last, I believe I only paid $399 for 7 articles. So they increased the prices. I predict that AB Newswire is catching up soon. So you better get on this right now. By the way, I don't have any affiliation or incentive. If you go to them, those are just my honest reviews. What I like about this platform is you can embed your Google business profile, which is really good for local businesses, especially in the foundational link building, acting as another citation. I will explain this in just a second. But let's also quickly understand the benefits of these press release syndications. It's not just that you land this snippet, it also does a lot for your SEO and potentially AI overviews. Right now, Ahrefs did a study on the correlation between being featured in AI overviews and the links behind it. Branded web mentions, branded anchors are the top 2 correlations. What does it mean in normal speak? If you are mentioned with your brand across the internet, it helps for AI overviews. As you can see on my result, Google already likes those outlets. So even if I wasn't showing up there for best German link building freelancer, I still had a branded mention and a branded anchor. What is a branded anchor? If the website is linked from that brand mention. So basically you can hit 2 birds with 1 stone here. You write an article that mentions your brand and also links to your website with that exact brand name. For me, it is SH Media. So if SH Media links to shmedia.co, this is a branded web mention and a branded anchor, helping me in the long run for AI overviews and just normal SEO. Quickly, some definitions if you are new to all this. You might have heard about digital PR. I mentioned press release syndication. So let's quickly define the differences. There is digital PR, which is when you have a newsworthy story or point of view, and then you reach out to journalists who have talked about that topic before and pitch them your idea. They go to the media outlet they write for, and hopefully mention you as a source of their information. This is you do something first. You don't go to publish this, but you pitch the idea. Press release syndications, on the other hand, are super simple. You write a press release, you can use AI to do this, and then you go on these platforms, upload the release, select the industries you want to target, and they distribute it across hundreds of sites. As I mentioned, this is not just good for targeting those keywords like what I did here. It's also beneficial for overall SEO in terms of link velocity. Link velocity is essentially the speed of where you acquire backlinks. However, I think this is often a little bit short-sighted because it's also important to keep a natural profile. Press releases help with this because there's a lot of do follow links, but also more no follow links. And those links often disappear after some time. So it keeps it natural, organic, especially compared to your link outreach. When you do active link building, meaning you reach out to publishers and ask them to provide a guest post or get a link from their existing articles. Those are often referred as permanent do follow links. Again, playing a different role with those press releases that you also get some no follow links and not permanent because they leave. Permanent usually means, as the word describes, it stays for entirety of the website. You have this link for many years as long as it's in the index of Google. I use press release syndications not just for those tactics, which, by the way, is not something your agency usually tests and uses. If so, they probably have you to buy a new package where they do this for hundreds of dollars. You just seen how cheap it is, especially for the agency. If they buy the package for $500 and it costs them $6 to do this, that's why you want to work with someone who is dynamically helping you and not just a strict monthly deliverable. Back to the press releases, they're great for foundational links, especially when you just start a new website. They help to push this a lot and get you faster indexed and show that you have authority. And if you think about it, it just makes sense. If you launch a business, you do want to tell the world that you did this. So being featured on 300 media outlets is just normal. This is how we got through just foundational links. Press release was one tactic of this, to launch a brand new site for one of my clients. We basically shoot to number one in no time. So you can see we're already at 21,000 organic visitors. I can tell you from the back end, we're actually way ahead of this. So this is a very low estimate. Depending on when you watch this video, there will be another video released talking about the specifics of this case study. So make sure to subscribe or watch it if it's already out. And as I mentioned, if you need someone to build your links in a natural link profile way and also use tactics that work right now, have a dynamic partner on your site, feel free to reach out.